So it's awesome to be soaping again, and I hope that I can start off with my soap legs again, because you know what happens if you take a break. It just, you gotta think about things a little bit more. It just doesn't come with the motory senses to just do things, and I end up having to do a touch of relearning. Not completely, of course, but a little bit. Let's see, starting off with, can I find everything? But I am dressed for safety, so let's get this killing clay and other goodies blended up before I add the lye. And I just do want to say a little bit of kind words back to you for the support while I was gone and taking care of all those things you have to do when your parents pass away within a month of each other. There was, of course, grieving that I had to get over, but then there's all the bureaucratic stuff that you have to deal with, and that's what I was doing. Also having some fun with friends who are kind of looking after me, making sure I was okay, which is great, including a lot of you sending in the kind words. I appreciate that. I'm going to try to do a swirl like I did with the soap I made in the Hawaii series, the Heliconia, but with different colors. So that's emulsified. Let's get the fragrance in there. The beautiful scent of patchouli rain. Okay, so let's pour for the colors and then blend a little more. So I'm just going to use a little bit of the colors. The rest is going to be green. So there's this gold, that purple, dark purple, and a beautiful ripe berry from my cousin Moore. So I've got my green to add to this batch. Not a whole lot of it, just enough to make it a nice green. Let's blend that first. That's basic green. Soaking a little warmer than I usually do at 78 degrees, but that's just because it's so warm here. Can't really soap any cooler. So let's start by scraping this down and stirring it well. It's okay if it's a little bit thick, so that the layers are nice and neat. If it's too watery, they kind of just, well, you can imagine, right? If you pour dye into clear water, those are two very liquidy things, and they just kind of spread. So we don't want that in this case. We want them to stay in nice layers. You want to make sure you have a fragrance that behaves too, as you've seen from a lot of my other videos. Okay, this is really good. Got some micro drizzles ready too. Okay, so here's my mold. Did I forget anything? Got my fragrance in there. Let's just pour a layer of this. I'm going to do like 3 layers of this. Here's my spatula. I think I'm going to start with the darkest color. And I just want to lay this on the top so it doesn't really fall through. I love this ladle for that purpose. And if there's a little green showing, that's not going to hurt my idea for this design. But look at that color already. I think I am going to spread this a little nicer since everything's behaving and I have the time to do that. Just spreads it out a little more thinly. Okay. Unfortunately, I just have one ladle, so I'm just going to keep cleaning it. Little layer of green. After the layers are all in there, I'm going to use a hanger tool. Make it like a herringbone design. The last time I did this, I thought I was being really messy, but it's very forgiving, so I know the design will still work out. Spread that. Let's go for the gold. Another layer of the screen. And put more there. Spread that. Green. Let's just dab a lot of the colors down now, maybe in stripes. Soap is really behaving. It's thickening, but it's not seizing, so that's a good thing. Let's get the rest of the green in there. Let's not forget to do this before I do the top. I don't want to go up and down and all around. I just want to go straight down, drag it over a little bit, come up, down, scoot it over again, back up, down, and up. Gold in the middle. I think I can smear both of these at the same time. Yeah. Okay, so let me pound it down. Get some micro drizzle on there. So notice I've got the same three colors, or three of the colors except for the gold, and I want to get these into areas where there isn't that color. In other words, I don't want to put purple on purple. It just wouldn't show. Look at this nice red berry color on the purple. And I can get some green on that gold too. Now I've got some swirling here this way. I'm going to do diagonal. Things like this. I want like this oil slick like look to it. I think I'll go this way. Yeah, that looks different than my other stuff. I really like that. All the colors are showing. And I'll do one cleanup with a chopstick around the edges. There. So that's my patchouli rain this time, and then we'll bring you back for the cut. Okay, so I'm feeling pretty good about this soap after taking such a long break. And thanks for bearing with me and being patient. So there's that. I'm really happy about that. Wow. So this is like the heliconia soap pour. And this one was really changing in my head as I was thinking about the colors I would use. And I'm glad I did what I did. I didn't have that reddish purple in there before. But I thought it would look nice. Brighten it up a little. Everyone needs a little brightening up. So, just a little bit of what I was doing when I was gone. Of course, you already know that both of my parents passed away within less than a month of each other. So, that was pretty difficult, but it was difficult for them to hang in there too, because they had Alzheimer's for about 10 years, and that really kind of you probably wondered why I didn't make as many videos and soaps over the 10 years, but behind the scenes I was going up to LA to check up on them and help them out when I could. I don't begrudge that at all. It's just I knew I'd have to spend as much time as I could with them while they were here. But it wasn't just the grieving process, but if you've gone through this before, you know that there's a lot of bureaucracy and paperwork involved after someone passes away. So that took quite a bit of time also. But the ceremonies were really nice. And I'm glad to be back. I kept thinking about when that would happen, but it seems like I've just gone through some of the last hoops of paperwork and contacting agencies and things like that. So I just wanted to get that out right now, just because people were kind enough to care about me and send me notes and comments even when I wasn't producing videos, and I really appreciate that. So yeah, so this is like a herringbone like design, and you've done hanger swirls before, most of you, but this one is really controlled in spacing out the ups and downs of that swirl with the hanger tool. So that's how you get these, plus getting really thin lines of the color. That's kind of tricky. As you saw me make the soap, you saw how forgiving this really is to get those layers, but having a little bit of a thicker batter does help. Otherwise the color will just sink into the previous layer quite a bit. So this makes it a little bit more of a sturdy batter. And then ladling that next layer in helped too, because the fall from the pour of the bowl would also cause that color to migrate into the previous layer. So thanks for watching, and if you haven't already, I appreciate the subscriptions too. It really does help. And last announcement is that I'm going to be presenting at the big HSCG soap conference again, and that's going to be in Kansas City, Missouri. So if you're in the area, or if you're in the guild already, I'd really love to see you again, or for the first time. And that's about it. So hopefully I can make another soap this coming week and another video. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.